You will notice plants selected for their splendid gold-hued foliage and flowers. This is Singapore's latest horticultural wonder, a project that began with an international design competition in 2006 and opened in 2012. You are now in Bay South Garden, home of the spectacular super trees, cooled conservatories, and much more. Towering in front is one of the two cooled conservatories, the Cloud Forest. This cool, moist conservatory is 65 meters tall and Singapore's tallest indoor waterfall. Look through its glass shell and you will notice elevated walkways winding round the man-made mountainside. They are covered in mist every 2 hours, replicating the cool, moist climate of tropical high elevation areas such as Mount Kinabalu. This controlled climate is perfect for growing unique plants on the man-made mountain. Approaching on your right is the Sun Pavilion. It houses a rich collection of cacti, the most recognizable plant family in the desert. Up ahead is the Far East Organization Children's Garden. Covering 1 hectare of undulating terrain, the nature-themed play area features a toddler's play zone, rainforest tree houses, and a water play experience. The Children's Garden is designed to inspire children of all ages to foster an affinity for nature, together with their families. You are now entering the Waterfront Walk, which connects Bay South to Bay East via Marina Barrage behind you. Across Marina Reservoir, you will see Bay East, the second of 3 gardens of Gardens by the Bay. Bay East is open 24 hours daily, offering a superb view of the city skyline along its waterfront promenade. Back here at Bay South, proudly fronting the Marina Reservoir, are its 2 star attractions, the Cloud Forest to your left and the Flower Dome up ahead. Marvels of architecture, their design is dictated by light. Look into the conservatories and you will see no pillars inside, as these cast shadows which limit plant growth. Instead, a grid shell is anchored by rows of external arches. This structure allows sunlight in any time of the day, which promotes plant photosynthesis. The giant grid shell supports thousands of glass panels. These panels are treated to maximize sunlight penetration while keeping the heat out. To your left, the Flower Dome features plants from the 5 continents of the world, bringing you into the cool, dry climate of the Mediterranean and semi-arid subtropical regions. The alien side is specially cooled and desiccated to match the climate these plants are native to, allowing them to thrive and burst into color. Some of the trees in the Flower Dome are remarkable specimens of nature, like the giant baobabs, also called overturned trees. The Mediterranean olive trees have survived a remarkably long passage of time. They are estimated to be about 1,000 years old. Bay South is filled with gastronomic delights. There are 9 F&B outlets throughout the gardens. One fine dining option is Poland to your left, serving Mediterranean-influenced cuisine in a garden setting. Also tucked away in this quiet corner is the Silver Garden, coming up ahead on your right. This rentable event space is named after the silvery-colored plants growing on and around its 3 super trees. Look left into the distance ahead and you will notice another 3 super trees. Can you see a spout on top of one of them? Super trees have many functions, one of which is to expel hot air from the conservatories. We will visit more of them at the Super Tree Grove later on our tour. Catch a glimpse of the Dragonfly Lake on the right. There is a 440-meter boardwalk beside to stroll or jog along. The Marina Reservoir and 2 lakes surround Bay South, providing irrigation for plants and a cool respite for visitors. The reed bed to your right acts as a natural eco-filter to cleanse water from rain runoff. The reeds help improve the lake's water quality by absorbing excess nitrogen and phosphorus. You are now entering the Heritage Gardens, which showcases the plants that occupy a special place in the history and culture of Singapore's main ethnic groups. Welcome to the Indian Garden. Can you spot the national tree of India here? It's right in the middle of the Indian Garden, the banyan tree, also called the Bengal fig. With its tangle of roots and branches, the banyan symbolizes eternal life for Hindus. Plants, and especially trees, have huge cultural and religious significance for the Indians. In front of you, a circular opening in the wall welcomes you into the Chinese garden. This is called a moon gate, a feature found in traditional Chinese gardens, and represents a full moon. For the Chinese, a garden is a reproduction of the natural environment. That's why features like ponds and boulders are common in classical Chinese gardens. A rock represents a mountain, and water stands for rivers and waterfalls. You are entering the Malay Garden, a third of the Heritage Gardens. The timber structure coming up on the right is an example of a traditional village residence known as a kampong house. There are many food plants here used by the Malays, such as lemongrass and the breadfruit tree on your right. Check out the mighty super trees on your left. You'll see the 22-meter-high OCBC Skyway suspended from the taller super trees. This aerial walkway offers a panoramic view of Bay South and the surrounding Marina Bay area. Vertical gardens of epiphytes and flowering climbers adorn the trunks of the super trees. At night, special light and sound effects turn the Super Tree Grove into a spectacle you won't want to miss. The last of the Heritage Gardens is a horticultural representation of Singapore's colonial past. The frangipani, with its white flowers, were chosen to match the black and white houses of the early British planters in Singapore. Important cash crops they brought in the 1800s are featured here. To the right are the Brazilian rubber tree and the African oil palm. You are now leaving the Heritage Gardens, one of the 2 themed gardens at Bay South. We hope you've enjoyed learning about Singapore's culture and heritage through the plants you have just seen. You are approaching a stupendous white baby sculpture called Planet by British artist Mark Quinn. The sculpture's surroundings reflect the white theme of the colonial garden. It is the most significant of the many sculptures around the gardens, which include water buffaloes, horses, and dragonflies. distinctive icons of Bay South. Every super tree is a vertical garden, rising from 25 to 50 meters high. These trees draw inspiration from the dominant trees of our rainforests that cannot grow to such heights in our urban environment. The tallest super tree is as high as a 16-story building. These green giants perform the functions of real trees, such as absorbing heat and harnessing solar energy via solar panels atop their canopies. This energy is sufficient to light up the trees at night. They also collect and store rainwater, which is used to irrigate the plants that grow on their trunks. Look up to the left. The tallest super tree at 50 meters high houses the Indochine Bistro at the top. That guarantees the best treetop view, with the backdrop of beautiful gardens and surrounding marina area. The Super Tree dining area to the right also serves various local and international delicacies. After your ride, be sure to visit the OCBC Skywalk on your left. The bridge hangs from the Super Trees 22 meters in the air, offering a dazzling view of the garden below. At 7:45 and 8:45 p.m. every evening, the Super Tree Grove serves an audiovisual treat. The OCBC Garden Rhapsody, a spectacular light and sound show that will captivate your senses. The garden's open grounds, such as the circular lawn to your right, are perfect for a picnic. This area is shaded by a grove of rain trees, such as the ones which have been growing here before the construction of the gardens. Look up to your left and you will notice a giant raised structure. This holds the World of Plants garden, which we will visit later. Bay South is built on reclaimed land, which is flat. These raised gardens give variety to the landscape and different levels where visitors can enjoy the gardens. Coming up to the left are two giant fish tanks built right into the wall. Each tank contains large ornamental fishes, reflecting the popular hobby of aquarium keeping in Singapore. The main residents are the carnivorous arowana, which are native to the tropics. These long-lived fish are known for their fierce nature and reputed to bring good luck to their owners. Another fish that symbolizes good luck is the carp, or koi, to your right. Because the koi fish is believed to bring prosperity, keeping and breeding them is quite popular in Singapore. Observe the palm trees coming up ahead, and you will spot something strange.